to be here. If you have any questions, definitely use the chat and I can answer them along the way, or I'll answer them at the end as well. And if there's anything you definitely want to talk about, just let me know and I will add it in. But I want to start with kind of just like general things and then we can kind of go from there. So I am coming in assuming that a big issue is finding new clients or finding new customers or new team members or coaches or however you want to put it. Majority of the time, that's a huge issue. So I totally get it. I was actually a Beachbody coach for a long time. It was like 5 or 6 years. And I had no clue how to run the business. Like I went into this. So I was actually gifted the business. So I taught Zumba. I was a Zumba instructor. And the lady that I taught for was a Beachbody coach. And she was like, you know what? I don't really want to do this anymore. Like, do you want my business? And she gifted it to me. So I started off with a rank. I started off with customers. I started off with like all the goods that you think would be so, so cool. And it was. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm already making it, right? I'm already making money. I'm already up towards the top of the rank. Like it's here. And I realized that it didn't help at all because I knew none of my customers and none of my customers knew me. So instead of like, I thought I was walking into this huge following and instead I was walking in to strangers who didn't trust me, who ended up leaving the company or my team because they don't know who the hell I was. Like they literally just walked away. And it's just a huge, huge lesson for everyone. Just like you have to have a relationship with these people. You have to know, like, and trust before they will ever join you, before they will ever do anything that you ask them to do. And the other thing too is you have to be doing what you're asking these people to do. I know you guys have heard this, but just from personal experience, like you have to be willing to do what you're going to ask others to do. So just keep that in the back of your head. So I want to kind of start off, where'd my notes go? With the idea of, and this is huge, and if you guys can just remember this quote, and again, I can like write this down or send it with whoever to have it in your group. But you are not selling a product. You guys solve a problem. And I firmly believe this, especially with Beachbody coaches, because you guys are solving so many problems. So many problems. You're not only just doing the weight loss, but you're helping people get healthy. You're helping people build this team and financially. And there's so many reasons why somebody should be joining you. So I want you guys to write these down. I want you guys to write down 20 to 30 reasons why someone should be joining your team. Why should they be a customer of yours? Why should they join your team? And I don't want money to be anything to do with it. And yes, money is awesome, but if we look at the money side as a perk, all of a sudden, all of these real and raw reasons and these problems that we're solving will come up. And like I said, yes, money is great. But I want you guys to start reframing your mind and looking at money as a perk. Money is like an extra thing, right? You're here to change lives. You're here to help people get healthy. You're here to build a business. And if you're doing all that and you're loving it, enjoying it, and all of a sudden you're getting paid for it, hell yeah. But it also shifts your mindset so that you're looking at things differently. When we're always out looking for customers because, oh, we need that check, right? We need that money. We need that sale. We need whatever it may be. We can't be ourselves. We can't be authentic. We can't have real relationships. We can't reach out to someone and say, like, just reaching out and cold messaging someone because in your mind is the sale. It's never going to work. People can feel that. They know it. And it doesn't matter how true you try to be with yourself when you are thinking about, oh my gosh, this is going to be coming my next check, or oh my gosh, this is whatever sale it is, or oh my gosh, this is my commission. They know. And they can feel that and it's icky and they won't like it. So really just trying to even convince yourself, like writing these down will start to convince yourself why this business is so important and why it's so cool and all the reasons why you absolutely love this and why it can change someone's life without the money. So it'll just help things flow. So I want you guys to try to kind of think about it that way. Money is an extra. Money is like a bonus. It's not even the reason why you're here. The real reason why you're here is what you're going to dig into. And those will become the problems that you solve. So I also want you, as you're writing these down, as you're writing the problems that you're solving, I want you guys to sit and watch the language that you're using. The language that you are writing down is crucial. So when you are writing down, let's say that you are looking for, you want people to join as customers. You want people to buy your product. When you are writing down, I want to get healthy, or I want to lose weight, or I want to lose X amount of pounds, that is the language that your perfect ideal customer is also saying. Think of it as, what are they Googling? What are they going and Googling? How to lose 10 pounds, right? That's probably what they're saying. Or how to lose the extra baby weight, or whatever it may be. Whatever you would be saying to yourself, that's what I want you guys to be saying in your content on your Facebook page or Instagram or wherever it may be. Using the language of your client is going to draw them in. The key is that we want to be able to, basically, we want someone to read our posts and we want them to come and say, oh my God, you're in my head. Like, how do you know? Like, this is my issue. Like, holy crap, I feel like you just read my mind. When we can get those comments and those messages coming back to us, that's when we've hit it. That's when things start flying. And I have had it happen, and it is the coolest feeling in the world. I had someone come to me and I said, oh, she's like, oh my God, you just read my mind. Like, you were in my mind. I need your help. And she hired me as her business coach that night within hours. And it's not a cheap thing. She signed up for a 3-month package and boom, done. And they will do the same with you. It is the same. You just have to get that language and get into their head and get into their feeling. People don't buy things off of want. Like, okay, so it's a want. This is tricky to explain, but once I can like get it out to you, it'll be super easy. People buy things depending on how it's going to make them feel. So not everyone is going to, how do I want to word this? So you go to the store and you want something, right? You're going to go to the store and all of a sudden you see this water bottle that you want. All of a sudden, I have to have this. Well, why do you want it? Because it makes me feel good. Because it makes me feel like I'm going to be healthier. Because it makes me think I'm going to drink more water and that'll make me healthier, right? It's a feeling. So we have to hit the feelings of people, and that's what's going to make them buy. It doesn't matter what you sell. They don't care. They just want the end result. They want the end result of feeling healthy or feeling fit or feeling thin or feeling confident. Maybe that's what you're going after. They want that feeling. So that's how I want you guys to start speaking to them. They don't care what product it is as long as it's going to get them to the end game. And that's huge to remember and huge to just keep in the back of your mind. What are they feeling right now? So diving into content a little bit is you are going to want to talk about their pain points, which you're going to start getting while you're figuring out exactly what problem you solve. So the problem I could be solving is that I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, so their pain point is that they have this stubborn 10 pounds that they can't get rid of, and they don't know what else to do. So you might start a post by saying, I know how it feels to have that extra 10 pounds. And you tell a story. You're not selling your product, but you're selling the outcome, right? You're selling what you're going to give them in the end. And this is also a huge way to not be flashing the products everywhere and not to be, they don't even need to know what product you use. They don't need to know what kind of coach you are. All they need to know is that you're going to get them to this end result. And it doesn't matter how, because this is what you're doing, right? This is, if they commit and if they fully do everything that you say, you know that they can lose that 10 pounds. And that's all they need to know. When they come and they ask how, of course, that's when you tell them. You're not going to hide it from them the whole time. But I'm talking more of like on your personal page or on your Instagram when you're just writing content. It doesn't need to be about the product. It doesn't need to be about the how. It doesn't need to be, oh, you're going to get workout programs and you're going to get shakes and you're going to get this pre-workout stuff and you can get like supplements. Like, it doesn't matter. All they care about is losing the 10 freaking pounds. I don't care if I have to drink the happy coffee crap or if I have to drink a shake. I just want to know how to lose the weight. So I want you guys to really pinpoint what is the end result you're going to be giving them and start creating your language around that. Start creating your content around what they're going to get in the end. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Any questions? I feel like I got a little rampant on you. I love talking with you guys because I know Beachbody. Like, I love Beachbody. I'm still technically a coach. I'm not working the business, but like I love the products. I love everything. So it's even more fun because I know it. Like it's not strange to me. Okay, so that, remember, you do not sell a product, you solve a problem. Remember that and you will be golden. Everything that you're creating should be around solving a problem. Don't care what product you're selling, you're solving the problem. Remember that when you're writing your content, when you're reaching out to people, whatever it is, that's what I want you guys to remember. So I also am gonna, do you guys want me, let me ask you, do you want me to go more into content and creating it and what type of content, or would you rather me kind of go into moving people closer to potential customers and clients, customers and coaches? Like how to move them closer to a potential, or do you want me to talk more about the content you should be putting on your page? Does anyone have a preference? Okay, moving closer. I'm totally good with either. Okay, so I will start there and then we could always maybe chat about content later. So there are 3 types of markets. I'm gonna keep looking at my notes for this because I wanna make sure I'm saying the right wording to you guys. So there are 3 markets that you should have. I know you've heard of the cold market and the hot market, but I don't know if you guys are using your warm market. And well, I know wording for Beachbody is cold market and warm market, but there's a cold, a warm, and a hot, and I don't know if you guys are using that middle. So if you are, definitely let me know and I will skip right over this, but if you're not, this will be crucial. So your cold market obviously is the people that you don't know who they are. They're complete strangers, right? They are, let me see, I just want to read this off and make sure, like I said, I haven't talked about this in a while, so I'm excited. Yeah, so your cold market is not your friends. They're not on your Facebook page right now. They're hanging out in other places. Yes, they're on Instagram. Yes, they're on Facebook, but they're hanging out in other groups, right? They're hanging out, who knows? They're everywhere. They're everyone that you don't have contact with or that you're not even a friend with. Then you have your warm market. The warm market are people who are friends with you and who are, this is what I think most of you probably have to do, I don't know if you do, are in your Facebook group. You guys should be having a free Facebook group. So I know you guys already have one for challenge groups, and I know you have one for everyone who buys, most likely. And if I'm way off, then let me know. But most likely you already have one for paying customers, and then you have one for your coaches. I want you guys to have one for anyone and everyone who wants anything to do with being healthy. Anything to do with, if you're a mom, it can be about motherhood. It can be about cooking. It can be about meal prepping. It can be about gardening. It can be about anything that is a part of your life outside of just Beachbody. So here's why I want you guys to do this. Having this free group, Facebook is the only platform where you can create this free, intimate group where people feel safe. And when it comes to health and wellness and losing weight, people need to feel safe in order to comment or reach out or say, hey, I'm struggling. I'm not going to go to Sally Joe's personal page and say, you know what? I really need to lose 50 pounds. Can you help me? Hell no, because who knows who's going to see that, right? But I would potentially in a private group where I know that I'm safe and I know that I've been hanging out here for a while and I know that there are other women just like me, I might say, hey, I might need that too. Like I kind of am where you are and I might need help too. So having that free Facebook group for anyone and everyone that wants to be in it is huge. It is your warm market. The other really, really cool thing about having this Facebook group is you can pitch yourself whenever you want, however you want. I wouldn't spam them, but you can pitch in that group anytime you want, because guess what? It's your group. And if they don't want to be a part of it, they can leave. If they're already coaches, they can leave. If they already are against Beachbody, they can leave. It helps, I think, it'll help you guys too. I don't know if you guys go live on your personal page much, but if you're kind of nervous about doing that, going live in a group where it's a private, more intimate group will also help you guys too. We want the people to get to know who you are outside of Beachbody. So this is also somewhere where you can share, random recipes, or you can share your gardening, or you can share the shopping trip that you just went on, and let those people, allow them to get close to you and feel like they know exactly who you are before they reach out to buy, because people need to know, like, and trust you, right? They need to know who you are, what you're all about. They need to trust you before they'll ever try to sign up with you. So creating this group creates a warm market. And at that point, you can start pitching yourself in there. Talk about your challenge groups that are starting. Talk about this brand new program that you're so excited about. Talk about the shake that you drink every single day because it tastes so good. Talk about the pre-workout that is literally the best stuff on earth. Like, you can talk about it there. And honestly, when you're talking about it in a warm market in a Facebook group, no one thinks it's spammy. It's not so spammy, rather than when you're saying all these things on your personal page. So I know for me, and you guys might be the same, when I was still in network marketing and I would get a friend request, the first thing I would do is go to their page, and if I saw they were in a network marketing company, deny. Because I knew what was coming, right? I knew the cold message was coming. I knew what their profile was going to be like. I knew that it was going to be all about this product, yada, yada, blah, 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 and I didn't want it. So I instantly said no. But if I went to their page, and this is also crucial for you guys, I want to be able to go to your page and have no freaking clue what company you're with, because you are not the company. You are your own brand. You need to brand yourself before you brand a company. So I want to be able to come to your personal page and have no clue that you're in a network marketing company. All I know is that you've had really good results and you're really good with your nutrition and you really enjoy what you're doing. And I want to have to find out what is going on. And the thing about the warm market too is that I want to find out what's going on. I want to know more about you, but I'm not going to message you. I'll join your group. I'll totally join your group. All I have to do is hit join and I'll be a part of your group. And then all of a sudden I can learn more about you. And then from there, I might message you, or from there, I might comment on a post, but I'm not going to do it in front of anyone and everyone on your personal page because I don't want them to know. So it really just creates that environment, that safe haven, basically, where people can reach out to you. The other really, really, really cool thing about a Facebook group, make sure you're setting it so that you have questions people have to answer before they come in. So for one, I would definitely have one of the questions be, what is your biggest struggle? Or what are you struggling with health-wise? Or something along those lines, because this is going to tie back to what I just talked about with your content. Those exact words are your clients' pain points, are your customers' pain points. Those pain points are what you're going to put in your content on your main page. That is how you suddenly start speaking to them. You're speaking their language. They're literally giving you what they're struggling with word for word. If they have an issue and they answer this question for you, that is what they would be Googling. That is getting inside of their head. You literally take exactly what they just handed you and create content around it. It's that simple. And all of a sudden, you're going to get, holy crap, she's in my head, right? Like, holy crap, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. She knows exactly what I'm struggling with. She gets it. She totally knows. And when you get that feeling that someone knows exactly who you are and that you've been where they are right now, that's who I'm going to go follow. That's who I'm going to potentially purchase from. That's who I'm going to know, like, and trust, because they were where I am now and they are where I want to be. So using that wording is key. It's going to help every single time. You're going to start getting people going, oh my gosh, girl, you're in my head. Oh my gosh, I just said this yesterday. And here it is on a post. So I highly recommend a free Facebook group. And in there, you can post anything. Keep it broad. I don't want it only Beachbody. It needs to be a little bit of everything. A little bit of, like, all of your hobbies in one. So that people don't go in there and say, oh, this is all Beachbody and oh, I get it. And they're going to turn around and leave, but more so that they can really get to know you and get to know what you're doing and how you're doing it and how they can work with you or how they can join you. It's just that warm, safe place. So then we have, fast forward back, then we have the hot market. This is where people decide to opt in. So this is a little bit harder for Beachbody because I don't think you're supposed to be emailing them or like, let me think. So you can't really take their email. So what I would highly suggest is giving them something for free. So I would go outside of Beachbody and create something that you can give them for free. So they join your group, and in the units section, there's a bonus, and it's 5 dinner recipes or how to meal prep or something along the lines with health, but that is completely free for them. It can be simple. It can be just a PDF that you do on Canva and you load it. Basically, what you're doing is you're exchanging their time and energy in your group for something for free. You're giving them something for free right off the bat that shows, one, you know what the hell you're talking about, and two, I'm not here just to pitch to you. I'm giving you things for free, right? I am exchanging things. It could even be something, I would keep it short and sweet. You could put like a 5-day challenge in there if you wanted. But I probably would keep it something short and sweet that they can take in and start using right away. Something super, like a quick win, something that they can instantly start implementing, and all of a sudden they're feeling better, right? You want them to start feeling better as soon as possible, because then all of a sudden they're going to go, wow, that worked. Like, I wonder what else she has. So just giving them that exchange and something free that also brings them into the hot market, because now you're exchanging things already, right? You're exchanging the energy. It may not be money that you're exchanging, but you're exchanging help, you're exchanging value, you're exchanging the trust, you're exchanging that energy back and forth. And then all of a sudden they're going to be so much more willing to message you and say, oh my gosh, that PDF that you loaded in the units was so freaking good. I need to know more. Or they're going to start coming to you when you're giving things away. So just keep it short and sweet. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It can be a 1-page PDF on meal prepping or anything like why exercising is good for you, or how to, I don't know, anything, a 5-minute workout before bed. Like, just keep it super easy and simple that they can start implementing tonight. Like, if I log into Facebook and I join your group and I see that, I want to be able to start it right away, because that's going to instantly make me go, oh, she's really freaking good. Like, she knows what she's talking about. So then I'm going to keep coming back to that group. You want to make it so that they keep coming back. So does that make sense, everybody? Cool, cool, cool. Does anyone already have a free group? Yes? One? Okay, good. Are you going to create one now? Yeah. Facebook groups are huge, especially because the way that things used to work, especially like even when I was doing Beachbody, was the cold messages worked. They totally worked. It was okay to randomly message someone and be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I want to know more. And they just don't anymore. Some people can still get away with it. Some people can still make it work. I had one of my friends was just telling me the story. Actually, we were talking about it this morning, which is funny. And she was talking about one of her ex-coaches on Beachbody, because she was a Beachbody coach too. And she said the cold messaging worked so well for her, because here's the thing. She was this like totally off the wall, random person. You never knew what she was going to say. And she was ballsy. So she would have in person gone up to someone and say, hey, you want to come join me do this? Like, she literally would have walked up to someone and say, hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to join? Like, off the wall, didn't care about anything. So it worked for her because it was in her personality. It was totally part of who she was and what she did. But I know for me personally, and probably most of us, I'm not going to that person. I'm not walking to some random person in the store and be like, hey, you want to come join me? Like, I'm going out to lunch. You want to go? And she totally would have. And that is her thing. And it worked for her. But I think for most of us, it doesn't work. And most of us, it's weird feeling, right? So I want you to stop doing what feels weird and start doing what feels really, really good. Let me just add in one more thing, because of course it popped out of nowhere. In your Facebook groups, you need to be going live. You have to be going live, giving value, giving content, giving things non-related to Beachbody. I don't want you to always be talking about Beachbody. So I'll give you one quick more tip, and then we'll go into questions if you have any and go from there. When you're trying to talk about what you want to talk about on live or written posts or whatever it may be, I want you to come up with 5 to 7 different categories. The more you have, the better. about you. One of them is Beachbody. One is what you do, which is Beachbody Coach. The other one may be you love gardening. It may be you love cooking. It may be you love yard selling. You are a yard selling freak, maybe. I want you guys to come up with 5 to 7 things. One may be family or motherhood or whatever it may be. You're going to come up with 5 to 7 different categories. And these are the categories you're going to talk about. You're going to write posts about. You're going to share pictures about. You're going to still give value in the health area, but I don't want it to always be about health. Majority of your content is going to be about health, plain and simple. But I also want you guys to use those buckets and use those categories to throw random stuff in there. Because once these people join your group, you want them to know exactly who you are, and you want them to feel like you're their best friend and you don't even know it. Like, that is huge. I know probably you all follow Ashley Chandler, and I still follow her because I freaking love her because I am her best friend and she doesn't even know it, right? That's how you want these people to feel. You want these people to feel like they know everything about your life and you just don't know it, right? So that's how we can really tweak that in. Let them know about the family thing that you're doing. Let them know about this gardening thing that you love. Let them know about the sweet couponing deal you just got, because that's going to help them feel like they know you, and that's going to help them be so much more willing to come up to you and say, hey, what the hell are you doing? Or, hey, yeah, I need some help. If they feel like they know you and can trust you and like you, I know you've heard this, they will come to you. It's just hitting those pain points and hitting that friendship level almost before you even know that you're friends with them. So going live in your Facebook group 3 to 4 times a week. I would do a majority of it on health, but not Beachbody related. So it can be, maybe you start studying gut health, or maybe you start studying brain health, or maybe you start studying the effects of exercise or sleep or anything to do with your health, but it doesn't have to be Beachbody, right? And I want you to start talking about that, giving value, teaching people about it, and then answering any questions that they have, and then throwing in your random categories about other things in your life so that they can get to know you. So 1, they're going to be getting to know you, and 2, they're going to realize, wow, she is an expert. Like, she knows what she's talking about. She's really good. And that's what's going to help them come right to you. So that Facebook group is crucial. So showing up 3 to 4 times a day, posting content as often as you can. I mean, you don't want to be in there your entire life, but at least 3 to 4 times a week. If you're going live on your personal page, you can do the same information. You have to be going live at least twice a week. You don't have to as often, because here's the thing is, like, you're going to have, let's say you have 100 people in your group. You probably have 1,000 people, at least friends, right? So if you have 100 people watching your group, that's more intimate. You have to go live more often to nurture those people even more. Basically, if you're going live on your personal page, you only have to go a couple of times, because each time your goal is to bring them in closer to get them into your group. Because you're no longer pitching your services or pitching your programs on your page. It's all in your group. So you need to get them into your group. And the thing about this, which is so freaking cool, is because it's not spammy. It's not weird. It's you're basically saying, hey, this is what I do in my group. Do you want to come join me? Like, I have a group all about this, and I go live in here way more than I do on my personal page. And these people get all of my attention. Like, if you want to come join my group, definitely come join. And then in the group is where you can start pitching to them and telling them what they do and telling them about your challenges and your coaching opportunity and yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. So main page is basically to start to people just to get to watching you, get them into your free group. And in your free group is where you take them into customers and coaches. Does that make sense? It's a longer transition than sending a cold message. But we know that cold messages are not working the way they used to. And if they're working phenomenal for you, ignore me and go do your thing. Like, this is not for everyone. But majority of the coaches that I talk to, majority of the things that I've learned through this whole process of being a business coach is you have to warm these people up. It takes time. So I want you guys, if you're going to start implementing this, make sure you're doing it for at least 90 days. It sounds like such a long time, and I know, but the turnaround it's going to take time. It's not going to be tomorrow that this works. It's going to be a month, 2 months, 3 months from now where all of a sudden things are blowing up for you. And that's exactly how it's going to happen. So that's all I have for right now. Do you guys have any questions? I feel like I just dropped a whole bunch on you. Let me know if you have any questions or anything else you want to chat about quick. I don't know how long your calls usually go for. Whenever. You're welcome.
Yeah, they range. We can
Okay.
Whenever.
I don't want to like overload you guys, but I want you to leave going, what is she talking about?
No,
Does that make sense to everyone? Any questions? Anything?
I have a question, but it's really loud in my house.
That's okay.
So I typically use Instagram more than I use Facebook.
Uh-huh.
I don't log on to Facebook very frequently. And
Okay.
so you were talking about do what feels comfortable. So if that's not a social media outlet I typically use, would you still suggest creating the page anyways?
I want to ask you this. Why is it not comfortable feeling?
I might have used the wrong word. I guess not uncomfortable, but not my norm. So I would need to make it a norm for me if I'm gonna create the group in order to keep up with it. And it's just not something that I'm doing in my everyday.
Okay. I would highly recommend it. Where are you hosting your like challenge groups?
We right now have a big group.
Okay.
We're in the middle of splitting, like now that we're all kind of seasoned coaches. But we use the My Challenge Tracker app.
Okay. So how's that working? Do your customers seem to like it, or are they? Okay, good.
Because again, like I talked to you this morning about it, not everyone has Facebook, so
Right.
that's kind of plus. And then it's kind of like a safe, like there's no accidental posts to like personal pages. It's like a safe spot where people can post. And some of us are split on how we're gonna run like future groups, but right now we kind of let anybody in to create that FOMO. Because I've had people just start with like the free bod and then go Shakeology after we're seeing the FOMO. So some people require challenge packs to get in there, but majority, it's kind of like a free group.
Okay. I would consider making it exclusive because now that you're going to have, and let me get back to your question in just a second. Now that you're going to have this free group, that's the community that you can create the FOMO in. That's where you're going to create all of we're going to post all these results, all of these testimonials. When you have people coming to you saying, oh my gosh, this tastes so good, or oh my gosh, this pre-workout was amazing, post that crap. Post it everywhere because that is proving that you get results. Number one, you're an expert because you know what you're talking about. And number two, you're getting results. You know what you're talking about and you're proving it to them. People love results, testimonials. I would be careful using too many testimonials that aren't yours. I know like they do the before and afters of all the coaches, and like a couple here and there is fine. But if you have friends, like if you guys all can share yours, or like you have a couple of other people like, oh, my friend, this is her test or her results, rather than just, oh yeah, it's some like top coach, I don't talk to her. That is super, super powerful because they know that you're getting those results and those results are there. So I would consider making the tracker app completely not private, like only if you purchase. And then being able to create that FOMO in this free group that you're now going to create. It's a little bit more work for you guys, but it also helps, and you can brag this up in your free group. It is a private place for only people who pay, who get extra attention. It's like my clients. I keep all of my clients on Voxer. It's an app outside of everything because I don't want to be mixed in with my Facebook messages. I get messages all the time. I don't want my clients being mixed in with those. They are my priority. So they are in a totally separate app where they get my 24/7 attention. Like if I see the message, I'm there. But so you can use that too. Like this app is for only my paying customers and they get all of my attention. They get first dibs. They get help when they need it. And then you have the free group where you still want to show up, but you don't have to be there 24/7. Does that make sense? So then wrapping to the Instagram, Facebook thing, my personal opinion, and like I said, if this doesn't work for you, throw it out the window, because not everything that I say is going to work for you guys perfectly. But I highly recommend doing a Facebook group. Unless you could try, I don't know how this would work. You could try converting people from your Instagram into a free group on your tracker app. So like you kind of have people in there now. You could maybe create a free group in there instead of Facebook and see if that works for you. Because you're still getting their email and you're still giving them that content and giving them the value. So that might still work. If you want to convert them from Instagram into a free challenge tracker, and then make sure in that you're saying hang on just a second. I started reading it and then I got distracted. You can basically say that I have a whole nother group that's totally private that I check in with more often than I check in here. Or like, not in a rude way, but knowing that you are fully committed to this other paying group, and then you show up in this free group as well, but it's not the same. It's a totally different energy level. So you could totally try it like that. If you want to try that before you do a Facebook group, that might be a good way to go about it too. Same idea. I'm curious, do you guys have a lot of people that go in there for free? Exchange for the email? Like, does that?
Oh, I personally haven't had like a ton. I don't necessarily let them in for free. I usually, because I mean, you can do the clean week, I guess. They always bring something Beachbody related.
Yeah.
But at least I try for at least bod. That way it's not like.
Do a lot of them join that, like the free week though?
Yeah.
Good. I wasn't
the free
sure.
trial, yeah.
Yeah. Good. So I would definitely, so maybe you could even consider, if they don't go to that, then okay, I have a free group on Facebook that has nothing, I don't even need your email. You could maybe even try that, because that's not them telling you no, it's just you getting them a little bit closer to you one step at a time. And then in your Facebook group, you can be promoting the crap out of your free week in the separate app. And then in that group, you can be promoting the crap out of the upgrade, right? The VIP version, you could call it. So it's all about, I know it sounds like it's a lot more work. It's all about getting them to transition closer and closer and closer. Because that is like, it is the way to do it. And you can share a lot of the same content, reuse your content. Like if you say something in one group, post it in another the next day, and then post it on your page the next day. You can reuse it, because not everyone is watching your every single move. If you have someone in your free group, then they're probably or might not be in your clean week group. And if they're in the clean week group, then they're not paying attention to the free group, right? And then if they're upgraded to the paying group, they're not watching your free stuff. They're watching the paid stuff. So you don't have to worry about them seeing the post over and over and over again. Just keep reusing things. Repurpose it. Oh, you can't go live. Okay, that's a huge disadvantage. Because going live is a very quick way for people to get to know who you are. So that is something, I forgot about that. Can you upload videos?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it might be something where if you're on Instagram, you could upload a couple of stories, or you could do the IGTV and uploaded it. That would help, just for them, so that they're seeing you live and they're seeing you on video. So that could be something you could consider too. You just want to show up in as many ways as possible so that they can get to know you. And when they know you and trust you, they will buy from you, because you're going to give them the results. You already know that. You have what works. You've just got to get them to believe in themselves, and then believe that you can help them. Anything else?
Thank you, though, for answering the question.
You're welcome. Yeah. Do you feel better about that?
Yeah.
Did I explain it enough?
Yeah, and I like
Okay.
the other option too. So I'll
So
it's not
what
like
I would recommend,
Facebook, I just don't use it as much, but I'll try both.
yeah. So try it out. Try it out for 90 days and see what it does. Even if in 30 days and you're going, oh, absolutely not, this is not working, then you can, but make sure you're not cutting yourself short, because half the time when we give up, like, it's going to happen in the next 10 days, but we give up too soon, you know? So try to give it as long as you can. 90 days would be huge. If you can do it consistently for 90 days and then decide if it's working or not, that'd be perfect. Anything else?
I think that helped a lot. So thank you.
Okay, good. Yay.
Yeah, it did. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I'm glad. Cool. So if you guys are good, I guess I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Awesome. So if you have any other questions, let me know, let somebody know, get a hold of me.
Okay.
However, yeah, we can go from there.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys. Have fun. I hope these work. I want to know, like, even if you are feeling really good about this and you start doing it, I just want to know. Like, I just want to hear that it's working or it's not, or feedback, whatever. So definitely let me know. I know I've seen this over and over and over again, and I can almost promise you it'll work, but I'm not making you a promise, because it depends on the work you put in and how, it's different for everyone. So, but cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank
you. Have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. The rest of us, are we still good for next Wednesday? Do we want to try to up it till 9?
I'm already up, so it's up to you. You guys that go to sleep earlier.
I mean, Mark had to wake me up because I was sleeping on the couch today. So either way, I'm probably going to be sleeping. So I will.
I will be
What
2
time?
hours ahead.
What?
I'm going to New Brunswick, so I'll be 2 hours ahead. So I probably won't be awake because it'll be 10:30.
Oh, wow. Yeah, wait, when do you move?
I'm not moving. I'm just
You're just going to visit next week. Okay. Well, when you move, are you going that way?
Moving is New Year's.
But still same time zone.
Still same time zone, yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I was say, do we want to switch it to 9? Anyone, or 9 Eastern time?
Doesn't matter to me.
Not everybody's here, so why don't you just put a poll in the group?
And see what we do.
Yeah, because I think the people that voted that aren't here. So